Hi Taurus, welcome to May. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And this month, well, happy birthday for those who are having a birthday in May. We have a lot going on. We had a new moon in Taurus in your sign at the end of April on the 30th. Mercury's going retrograde in Gemini, and then it'll be moving back into Taurus. We have 3 planets moving into Aries, moving from Pisces to Aries: Venus, Jupiter, and Mars. And we have another eclipse on the 15th or the 16th, depending on where you live, in Scorpio. And then we have a new moon in Gemini at the end of the month. So we have like 3 kind of moons that are close to this month. The 2 eclipses and then the regular new moon in Gemini. So I'll get into the astrology later. Let's see what Taurus needs to know about May 2022. What does Taurus need to know about love and relationships for May 2022? What is coming up for Taurus? What will May be like? I've got a lot to cover in this video, so it may go a little bit long. Okay, let's see. What does Taurus need to know? The Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the King of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Tower, and the 10 of Pentacles. Aries got that also, so if you're dating an Aries, I would read Aries also. And then the card under the deck is the Knight of Wands. So you have fire. I'm seeing fire, water, air. I don't know, it could be anybody. So you're starting out with the Knight of Cups. So this is a romantic proposal that's coming your way. Page of Wands is a message. You're going to hear from someone this month, maybe more than one person. Could be a water sign, fire sign. But I don't know. You're going to I think you're going to hear from more than one person. You're going to have opportunities for love this month, but you may have to make a choice between 2 people. In some cases, it could mean, because the Lovers is here, but we'll get into that. But this month is going to bring major change, but it ends on a positive note. So don't worry about the Tower, but you're going to be going through some major changes this month. And I think the end you're gonna you'll be happy with the end result. Some of them might be surprising, but definitely the Knight of Cups is someone who's very romantic. Someone has their eye on you and they're wanting to approach you and invite you out. If you're not dating anyone, somebody might reach out. And because Mercury is retrograde this month, it could even be someone that you know from the past. So it could be an old flame that comes back and wants to reconnect. I feel like you may, I'm just really feeling for people who are not in a relationship, it could be 2 people. You might have 2 people reaching out and you have to decide what you want. You have the 5 of Wands here. This is a card of conflict. Sometimes it could mean 2 people that just are always fighting. You just can't see eye to eye. You can't get on the same page. But it could also mean internal conflict, where you're trying to decide what's right for you. Like, I don't know, is this relationship right for me? I'm seeing this knight, this King of Swords, and it could be that you're dealing with someone. Well, you're trying to. What I feel this month, which is unusual for Taurus, because we're usually ruled by our emotions, but you're being very discriminating this month. You're thinking, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time on someone if I don't really feel like they're right for me. You're not letting your heart rule your head this month. You're really giving relationships a lot of thought. You're changing. Because this is a card of trying to separate what's real from what's not real. Like, if you're fighting with someone, or you're just, every time you come together, it just never seems to work, you might be thinking, well, is this person really right for me? Maybe I need to, let this person go. Because I feel that you have this 4 of Cups here, which is a card of being on the fence. Like, I'm not really happy with my current situation, but I'm not really ready to change it. So for some of you who are in a relationship and there's a lot of conflict, you might be trying to decide, do I stay or do I go? So it may not be a choice of, this person or that person. It could be like, what do I do with this relationship? Making a decision about that way. Like whenever you have the Lovers, there's always a choice of two paths. So whether that means choosing between two people, that's the classic interpretation of the Lovers, a man choosing between two women. But it could also mean making a choice. Do I continue with this relationship or do I leave it behind and look for something else? You have this King of Swords here. There could be someone from the past that's been thinking about you and wants to reconnect. The Knight of Wands is even here. So this could be, sometimes that could mean a journey or a change of residence or a change of job. So you could meet someone if you're traveling. Some of you might meet someone on vacation, or you might change jobs and meet someone through your work if you're not in a relationship. But this could also be someone from the past who's reaching out, who was kind of flighty, someone who was not very reliable. Here today, gone tomorrow. Someone who travels a lot for their job might be coming in and wanting to reach out. And you're not sure if this person's right for you. Like, I don't know if I could trust this person. It didn't work out in the past. Will it work out this time? We didn't really get along. We were always fighting, and now they want to come back. I don't know. So for some of you, I'm feeling that energy of, I don't know if this will work the second time around. But I know that there's someone from the past that's thinking about you, that wants to reconnect and talk and see if there's like another chance. And you have this Four of Cups. Someone's, giving you, there's a cup coming out of the cloud. Someone's offering you love, but you're on the fence about it. Like, I don't know if this is right for me. I don't know if we can make it work the second time around. And you have the Queen of Swords. You're kind of been, you have this independent energy where you're like, I'm not going to put up with anyone's stuff like I did in the past. If you're not going to act right, I don't want you. Go stay away. Or if you're not going to, if we can't get along, if you think you're going to come back and do the same things you did in the past, it's not going to work. So you're really, you might be open to hearing what this person has to say. But if you see a pattern repeating, you're going to be like, no, this isn't working. Because you have the Hierophant here. Now, this is also your card, and it could represent stubbornness. But you really want a commitment. You don't want to play. You don't want a player. You don't want someone who's coming to you like friends with benefits, or, let's just, see where it goes, and, no real commitment. You're not interested in that. You want a commitment. You want something, a relationship with someone that's going to be there for you, that's going to take care of you, someone you could grow old with. That's what you're looking for. So whoever comes this month, they better be coming right with the right offer and the right proposal, or you're not going to give them the time of day. And especially if it's someone that you've broken up with, or if you're having problems in a relationship and they're trying to work things out with you, they need to really step up to the plate, or you're losing your patience. And Taurus, Taurus has a lot of patience, but when we lose our patience and we're done, we're done. When the door slams shut, we don't open it again. We're done. If you've like used our last nerve, then, we can't help you. So in the environment here, though, you have this Lover's card. And so someone that's coming in, someone you're connected with, really feels strongly about you. You're very important to them. There's like the Lovers is really a strong connection. It's like a soulmate connection. It's the higher octave of the Two of Cups because it's the major arcana. So whoever you're making a decision on this month, it's going to affect you in a deep way, one way or another. Whether you work things out and come together and decide, okay, I'm going to give you a chance, or whether you decide, you know what, I'm done and I'm going to look for somebody new. Because you've got the Tower here in your wish fulfillment sector. You are making major change. The Tower is not always disaster. I mean, what it does is it destroys whatever is false in your life so that you could rebuild in a better place, in a better way. So if you're wasting your energy and your time on someone who's not right for you, the Tower will take that away. And that can mean a breakup for some people. But whatever you're leaving behind, you're opening the space for something better to come in. And here it is. Here's this Ten of Pentacles. So some of you might be leaving something, a relationship that's not quite right, that hasn't been working. No matter how many times you try, you're constantly fighting or breaking up. You just can't see eye to eye. You might be walking away from that. Or it may just, blow up where you decide, I'm done. Because the Tower is, you see the truth with the Tower. You might have seen the truth. When we get into the astrology, we have like a full moon, coming in, the full moon eclipse in the middle of the month. You're going to see the truth about a relationship, and you're going to know what to decide. But, so if you now, the Tower can also mean, you destroy something so you can rebuild it in a better direction. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to break up. It just means that however you're interacting right now has to change. And major change. And then if you rebuild, if you can do that, if you can see the truth and make major changes in how you relate to each other, you could have this Ten of Pentacles energy, which is the wealth card, the security card. Someone is coming in that's going to give you everything that you want. Security, stability, financial, you won't have to worry about money. This person has your back. You're tired of these fly-by-night players. You're not going to give them energy. So if a player comes back into your life and wants to give you, another line of BS, you're not going to deal with it. You're looking for something solid and secure that's going to be there for you over time. And you can have that. So don't waste your energy on anyone who's not coming in with the right offer. And leave yourself open to making those changes that can bring that in, that love and that security and that feeling of safety, like I'm with someone that I could trust. And I know he or she is going to be there for me. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So we had the new moon eclipse in April in Taurus in your first house. So you're going through some major changes. And this was conjunct Uranus. So, you might be surprising some people with your behavior. Especially it's sextile Mars. And Mars is in Pisces in your 11th house. There could be some sudden events happening with friends. With the groups that you belong to. You might be changing friendships, changing the people that you interact with. But you're going to find your soul tribe. A lot of it, like you might just do something sudden and say, you know what, I'm done with this person. And I'm going to be looking for taking action to achieve a goal or a dream. That's the major energy of this eclipse. It's like a new Taurus. It's a new you where you're getting rid of whatever's no longer serving you so that you could focus your energy on what's going to bring you a goal or a dream that you've always wanted to achieve, especially in friendship or relationships. Pluto turned retrograde on the 29th. And Pluto is in your 9th house. So you could decide to go travel, or you could decide to make some changes in, you might be teaching or learning, going back to school. You still have Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune in Pisces, but not for long, because they're all going to start shifting over into Aries. But right now they're still in Pisces at this new moon eclipse. And they're in your 11th house. So a lot of things are happening like you could really achieve a goal or a dream right now. Something sudden can happen out of the blue that gives you everything you need, that gives you greater insight. You could be connecting with someone or a group of people that are on your same page, like your soul tribe. And the new moon in Taurus, the North Node in Taurus is telling you, connect with people that make you feel safe and secure. Don't settle for less. You know what your worth is. Don't settle for less. So then, by the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, this is happening across your 7th house axis. So something is coming to a head in a relationship. You're going to see the truth. You've got, let's see. It could work either way, actually, where you can achieve a goal or a dream in partnership. You might be reconnecting. You might be connecting with new people that are bringing you closer to a dream. Like you might be connecting with someone that's very compassionate, that's very spiritual. But you're taking action to achieve a goal. You're not going to sit by the sidelines. You're actually going to put energy into achieving something. Especially, you might have some conflicts with authority figures because you have Saturn in the 10th house. And at this full moon eclipse, it's a total lunar eclipse, there could be some power struggles with an authority figure. Or you may feel like someone is, like it's going to require a lot of work for you to get where you want to go. But you're not afraid of the work. It's just that you have some hurdles to overcome. So you might be working really hard at work. Maybe the work is interfering with a relationship. You're so busy you have no time for people. But ultimately I think it's going to be good because people are going to start to see your skills. You're going to start to get recognition for your skills. And you're going to be, with the T-square, the way out is to focus on the Leo energy. So you can find solace in home and fixing up your home, creating a sanctuary for yourself. Leo rules your 4th house. You might be working on a project from home that's going to bring you recognition. Jupiter is going to move into Aries. At this full moon, Jupiter's at 0 degrees Aries, and that's very significant. And Aries for you is in your, it's going to be in your 12th house. So you almost have like this angel on your shoulder in the 12th house with Jupiter there. Some, spiritual guardian is looking out for you. So whatever difficulties you may face or whatever truths come out, you can help, you're going to get help and you're going to get healing. Venus is conjunct Chiron in Aries, so there could be some psychological healing around love, around a relationship, around money. Jupiter brings abundance. Jupiter in Aries, I think you're going to spend a lot of energy healing whatever you need to heal so you could bring more abundance and love into your life around this full moon eclipse. Now this lunar eclipse is going to last for 6 months, so it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to last for the next 6 months, you're going to be working on what do I do that blocks myself from inviting love into my life, inviting money into my life. And you're going to be working on those things so that you can get the money and get the recognition and get the love you deserve. And if there's any kind of psychological healing that has to happen around love, you can do it now. You have all these planets in your favor. So get to work on that. Then we have, Mercury's going retrograde, so it could bring, and it's retrograding, let's see, where is it retrograding? In your 2nd house, so you may have to renegotiate some kind of financial thing. You may rethink something. Maybe you're renegotiating a contract or a salary. So if you started a job, you might feel like you need more money. Maybe your career is changing, your responsibilities are changing, and you have to negotiate more money. Or if you're starting something new at this new moon, because it's May 30th, new moon in Gemini, ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is retrograde. So you could be connecting with someone that you worked with in the past, and you might have to negotiate salary or conditions. Don't settle for less, that's all I'm saying. This moon is also, it's sextile Chiron in Aries, and it's sextile Mars and Jupiter in Aries. The only thing you have to be careful of, and all these Aries planets are in your 12th house, is don't go over the top. You might be being run by psychological programming with all this 12th house energy. So it would be a good time to really talk to someone like a counselor. Make sure that you're not just acting based on, programming, that you're not going over the top. You don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. But for the most part, Mercury is trining Pluto. Venus is squaring Pluto. It's an out-of-sign square. So there could be some power struggles. You might be dealing with an educational institution, or you might be dealing with a company that's long distance. You might be dealing with teaching or learning. You might be deciding, there could be someone who's very different from you, there could be some cultural issues that you have to work out. And you may feel like someone's coming, very like heavy or a bully. You might have to deal with a bully during this time. So it could be something with like finances. So maybe you're working on some type of communications project or some educational training project, and they may be trying to bully you into accepting, a certain conditions or a certain financial money that you feel like I deserve more. So that could be something. Don't settle for less, but watch your reaction. Don't be reactive either. But you do have Jupiter and Mars working in your favor, bringing you opportunity, bringing you the courage to speak up. So if you feel like you haven't been getting what you deserve, you may decide to speak up at this new moon, and you may be able to negotiate a better deal for yourself. If you're starting with somebody new with a Mercury retrograde, check the fine print if you're signing any contracts. And back up everything because, technology, if you're traveling, make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get there. There could be some delays with travel, but the best way to use the Mercury retrograde energy is to redo things. Redo your resume, go back to an old project, make it better, reconnect with old friends and lovers and try to make things better. It's a time of fixing things and rethinking your strategy. Maybe I need to change my approach. Maybe what I've been doing hasn't been working. Maybe I need to try something else. So Mercury retrograde is not really a disaster. It's just, you just do different things with that energy. It's just telling you to rethink things, recalculate. I think whatever you're doing, you are going to use more intellect, less emotion in making decisions, and you're going to wind up in a better place financially. You have the wealth card here. So let's see what the fairies have to say. This is the fairy oracle deck. Let's see what what messages the fairies have to say for Taurus for May. What do the fairies want Taurus to know? Awakening your true self. Okay. So this is the message for Taurus. You're beginning to recover your natural identity, including your old sense of humor, including interests, passions, and desires. Trust that any confusion or changes you're currently experiencing are part of your healthful evolution. As if a cloud has lifted from your mind and heart, you're beginning to see life from the perspective of your old self. You just went through a period where you gave up who you are to please another person. You buried your interests, ignored your friends, tried to fit into another person's lifestyle. Now your old self is emerging. You're back. As you recover your authentic self, your life and your personality are going through big changes. Hold tight and allow these changes to occur. The fairies ask you to trust that the parts of your life and personality that are falling away are inauthentic and false. Know that you're building a solid foundation of truth and that everything is working out perfectly right now. And your affirmation for May is, I now give myself permission to be true to myself. And that fits in perfectly with the Tower and all the other astrological things that are happening. Be true to you. Don't settle for less. Find your soul tribe where people love you for who you are and are not trying to make you over. So that's my forecast, Taurus, for May. Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful May. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. Leave a comment. That's how you help support this channel. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, thank you for supporting this channel. If you're new, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Have a wonderful May, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.